Our sifting is always for our good, Romans 8:28. We know that God works all things together for the good, for those who love him and are called according to his purpose. And we see this with what he did with Peter. Peter, you can't be the leader that I want you to be unless you see this thing that is currently in you. There's a way in you, Peter, and it must be sifted out. There's a pattern of behavior that must go. There's an idol in your life that we have got to burn. And when it's gone, then you can really serve me. And then you can really lead well for me. Jesus said, Simon, I prayed for you. All this is under the total sovereignty of God and for God's glory. What a beautiful, reassuring mystery that is. Each time you are sifted, saint, each time, while the devil is trying to destroy you, Jesus is interceding for you and working it out for your good, for your character, for your growth, and for his glory, for your affection for him. How precious is that? And because of God's sovereignty and goodness, because God can be relied on, Peter pulls through the sifting. And then what happens? Jesus comes out of the grave and he meets Peter at another charcoal fire. Do you love me, Peter? Do you love me? Do you love me? And Jesus reinstates him back into ministry to be the leader of the first century church. And then on the day of Pentecost, it was Peter who stood up in front of the same group of men that crucified Jesus, the exact same men. And he tells them, you killed your Messiah. He came to save you, and you murdered him. And then 3,000 people are saved. The sifting for Peter was good. The sifting was a blessing. And you know, when we get to heaven, you and I can go up to Peter and ask him, are you glad for the sifting? And I guarantee you, he will say, absolutely. I'm so grateful for that. Psalm 119:71. It was good for me to be afflicted, that I might learn your statutes. Job 5. Blessed indeed is the man whom God corrects. So do not despise the discipline of the Almighty, because yes, he wounds, but he also binds. He strikes, but his hands also heal. I'm certain Peter will say, that was one of the most gracious gifts that God ever gave me. Do you see how much grace that was? I can't think of a greater sin that deserves more death, more punishment, but he did not treat me as my sin deserved. He redeemed it for my affection, for his glory, and not only that, but for your good. Just think about the blessing that is for us. If God can put Peter back together and reinstate him to his position after falling from the height that he did, well then, he can do and he will do the same for us. And how he does it is through getting us back to a place of gratitude. The devil will say, in your pain, this is abuse. No, it's not. He'll say you can't trust him. Yes, you can. He'll say he won't take care of you. He's not good. Step out on your own. This is nothing to be grateful for, nothing to rejoice over. Saints, you know better. Don't let the devil steal your gratitude. If he steals it, you suffer.